Just like she's just like a groomer, dude. She's this fucking mother figure of just like.
Well, she's not he wasn't fucking 14, but
Yeah, I mean.
But he was a fucking,
Stepmom? Oh my god.
He was
years is senior, dude. Oh, stepmom. Oh, you're stuck in the laundry. What? I now make the great masturbator.
So his mom, Jesus.
Dali discovered. Dali discovered.
Way. Fucking our boy here, Salvador Dali.
Yeah, man.
Little intro to him real quick so you can get to know this man, okay? Fucking on the Dick Cavett show.
Yeah.
One of the guests, on the show asked Dali, hey, after all these years, you've had this craft of wonderful skills in painting. Are we meant to understand? Is there a message to your work? And Dali goes, no message.
No message. And that's what you, and that's not to say that, there was no thought behind.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously he had tons of thoughts.
Yeah.
Of why he was doing it, but no message.
No message.
Because, I thought that was interesting. You listen to him talk about his works, you know, when you can fucking understand it, or it's in print. That way you can at least,
right.
You know what I mean? But no message.
His one of his quotes too is, confusion, or what is it? I think I have it here.
Confusion is the best form of communication.
Confusion is the greatest form of communication.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay, Sal. Tell that to my fucking floor manager.
Fucking
dude.
Sal over
What do you
here.
want me to fucking do,
Fucking
dude?
Spanish Sal, dude. Always trying to fucking be Mr. Cool, dude.
God damn, dude. Just speak English, dude. God damn.
Dude, could you not go against the grain one time, dude? Could you just...
Fuck, hey. You know what? I'm glad we're only a minute in here, but do you want to hear this back and see if I should turn that fucking thing off?
Yeah, sure.
It's
Completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
So we had to pause there. Some things you folks missed are we're talking about one of his paintings, and just we're in love with this fucking thing. It's called Christ of St. John of the Cross, and it's just we think this thing is so fucking amazing that we were talking about Ocean's 11ing it out of some whatever fucking bullshit museum in Scotland that it's in. Yeah. Sorry if you live in Scotland, but also fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
We're Ocean's 11ing this fucking.
What are you
bitch,
gonna
dude.
chase
What
me?
if we just
chase me in your fucking kilt, dude? Get the fuck out of here.
What if we just spent an hour talking about our plans to Ocean's 11? Like who is our Matt Damon? Who is our little Asian man that we can stuff in a box?
Yeah.
Who is our rich Jewish benefactor?
Yeah.
Those are Terry Benedict's casinos.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Good.
And then also in the background we have a rolling gallery of all of his paintings, and it's just the guy just By the way, we're talking about Salvador Dali. We probably said it already, but
Yeah. If you
the guy just from every type of style, dude. There's just everything on here, man.
Yeah. Just a king, man. He's the surrealist fucking Spanish legend, okay?
Yeah.
So
All right, yeah, let's just give a little breakdown for those who aren't in the fucking know, dude.
dude, go read a fucking history book, you dunce.
Damn it, dude. God damn it. What have we been saying?
Dude. You don't fucking know, you need to know, dude. This is important, dude.
Salvador Dali was a Spanish surrealist artist renowned for his technical skill, precise draftsmanship, and the striking and bizarre images in his work.
And a big Alice Cooper fan.
Huge fucking Alice Cooper fan. That's like what he was secondly known as.
Yeah, yeah.
He had every album, dude. Dude. Dali was endlessly creative in many genres other than painting. He created jewelry, designed clothes and furniture, painted sets for ballets and plays, wrote fiction, created window displays for department stores, and produced the dream sequence for director Alfred Hitchcock's Spellbound. He also recorded various TV advertisements, and something we missed in there was some animation, which we'll get into. But
He was also an architect
he was also an architect. It was fucking
for Vandelay Industries.
yeah, dude. Yeah, you know what's funny about that is something about Mary. That's his lie. Also, it's like I'm an architect, and then when he gets called on it, he goes, "You ever been to Brazil?" He goes, "You ever been to?" He goes, "You designed the fucking soccer stadium there?" And he goes, No. Down the street. Small library. Or something like that. Oh, it's too fucking funny. I also wanted to kick this off with a quote from the master, the classic author, George Orwell. One ought to be able to hold in one's head simultaneously these two facts. Dali is a great draftsman and a disgusting human being.
Damn, dog. Damn, dog.
Slammed on him, dude.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. But it takes a lot to make you that way, I think. And part of his upbringing, what year? He was 1904.
He's born in 1904. And, he's born dead.
Dude, so yeah. I mean, this kid's born. He's born to an abusive dad, strict dad, and somewhat of a loving mom. But before any of this really pops off, he's got an older brother. I think he's 9 months older than him. So I mean, back to back, literally.
Irish twins.
Irish fucking twins, dude. But his older brother dies. By the way, his parents named his brother Salvador as well.
Yeah.
So then they had Salvador.
He died. So his brother dies at 22 months. 9 months later, the Salvador Dali we know is born. And they name him Salvador. They also name him Salvador.
And they're like, you're a reincarnation.
He was a replacement.
And they also took him to go see his brother's grave.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure does wonders on your psyche.
Yeah, man. Just, if you want to know, like, how to put the zap on your child's brain at, like, age 2.
Yeah.
Before they even know what the fuck they're looking at.
Yeah.
And you're just shaking. This is you! Just looking at a gravestone, just like, you were born dead.
Yeah.
You are dead, but you are also alive. Like,
yeah.
Some crazy, just crazy Spaniard shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just all, it's what it is in my mind, at least.
That's pretty much it, man. I mean, that is probably the first domino that goes off. I mean, who knows? But to see your own grave as a child is probably fucking. I mean, it's not even your own grave, but it's certainly a fucked up situation.
And it confirmed, like he said, like my entire life, it was like a specter,
yeah,
lurking in my shadow.
He believed that too when he was
believed
older, that he was a reincarnated version of his older brother. So he starts, his escape is painting. He starts painting at 3 years old. And everybody right away is like, dude, the kid's got it. He's got fucking talent, man.
This guy, I mean, yeah, he's good.
His mom dies at 16.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
go back. He enters. He goes to school for. He goes to municipal drawing school in Figueire. Or how's the town pronounced?
Which one?
Where you grew up, Figueire.
Figuere.
Sorry. I'm not trying to be a dickhead. But sometimes it just happens. So at 12 he goes to drawing school, and that's kind of where he gets this need for attention.
Which never leaves him, man.
That's his entire life. It's art and attention.
Yeah, he wanted that, dude. He's like a, partially there's some Kanye there to him. Like he's just like, I'm better than all of you. So, and that's part of the thing too. Like, what was it? He goes to that.
His mom dies at 17 though. That's where.
Right. So then, he goes to this art school in Madrid.
Yeah, 1922. Also, dude, major mama's boy vibes from this fucking guy, dude.
He said when his mom died,
dude.
When his mom died when he was 16,
And not just from his dead mom. Just like we'll get to it. Jesus.
Yeah, but when his mom dies, he for his whole life he was like, that's the worst thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah. He's like, that fucking broke me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes to this art school in Madrid. His shit is fucking, way better than anybody else. He gets kicked out for an oil painting of a guy wearing a MAGA hat. Fucking
It was all like, like basically you've seen that Obama Hope poster. He painted that same thing for Trump, which got him elected in 2015, dude. Are we not talking? Did we get diverted?
We're right, dude. We're right.
We got diverted.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fucking Chinese dragon.
The portrait of
And by the way,
Paul
folks,
Eluard.
if we just start talking about some bizarre shit, look at this one, dude. Jesus.
That was tight as fuck.
Did you see the guy in the background?
Yeah, dude. Dude, you see the guy right there? There's a guy right there. Oh my God, dude.
That's a dick. Like at random points, we're just gonna start talking about this guy's paintings.
Look,
They're just
for you
flashing
folks
by me,
who need a
slideshow.
visual, highly recommend the Learn from the Masters. Shout out Learn from Masters YouTube channel. They have a Salvador
933
Dali,
paintings, dude.
a collection of 933 works in high definition. That's what we got playing in the background. Fascinating stuff.
Who's this guy? Jesus, that looks fucking dark.
So yeah, he drops out at 22. Unless, did you want to get more into his mother stuff here?
No, I was just gonna say like we'll eventually get into it more with like his wife and stuff. But
Okay, yeah.
he's a fucking mama's boy, dude. Like, he just the constant attention, the neediness, like that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well,
he was a shy, nervous young boy too. Before he got into the spotlight, which is like he wants to be famous. He wants the attention, but he
needs the push.
He needs
the push from the mother figure, dude.
Yes,
dude.
dude. Straight up.
But no, also why he got kicked out. It wasn't because he drew a MAGA hat. It was because he wouldn't take his exams, and he basically told all his professors, this is like technically college. It's like an art college in Madrid. Like, I'm fucking better than you, dude.
Yeah, they couldn't understand how good he. That's like literally what he said.
He's
You
like,
guys don't
dude,
even understand how good I am.
Yeah.
Kanye would say that, dude.
Yeah.
Kanye would be like,
The college dropout, dude.
die! Oh shit!
Yeah, except, Dali's way fucking cooler than Kanye, dude. Like, let's not do this because Dali fucking shits on Kanye.
Yeah, he does. He does. You're right.
But yeah, it'll continue though, the comparisons, I'm sure.
So yeah, it drops
Damn
out.
it! Look at this woman. She's got one eye. Jesus.
Look at that little fish hook
Look at
action.
this shit, dude.
Fish hook in the desert, dude.
That one is sick.
Dude, that is wild. Dude, he's so good. He's so good.
All right, we got to stop doing this.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So,
All right,
yeah.
so he gets kicked out of school. Or he basically just kind of, I think it's a mutual thing where he's like, you guys are fucking pussies, dude.
And they were like, yep. You go ahead.
Shut up. Don't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Just get out.
Yeah, you go ahead and leave there, bud.
Yeah, and basically, his style is so bizarre, but his technical mastery is what makes his paintings so fucking good. That's what makes him so respected, too. And he gets into much more, he gets into what's called surrealism later, and we'll get into it, but like just his early paintings, just every sort of classical style you can think of, dude. He studied everything, which made him so good, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was talking about like he would I forgot the name of this museum. He would just go there with a sketchbook and just sit there and just try to copy classical paintings.
Yeah.
And like that's it, man. It just goes back to that 10,000 hours principle, man.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm learning from the masters that are hanging on the fucking wall. And I'm just going to keep doing this every single day until I fucking get so fucking good. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did he did keep doing that constantly to the point where I think he started gaining some I think he was always kind of, had attention to him because of just how good he was.
And also, he'd just like run into a wall and break his nose and be like, nobody was looking at me.
Don't forget about me.
Don't forget about me.
The Great Depression was going on. He was like, what about me? Don't forget about
Not
me.
in Spain, bitch.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
So, yeah, he's getting this attention. Do we want to enter Miss Gala?
Yeah, so he starts to have like small little shows and exhibits, and eventually in 1926 he starts going to Paris, and he wants to meet Pablo Picasso. He wants to fucking be part of that little fucking writing and art scene. What's
baby.
the Gatsby dude?
The scene, dude.
F. Scott Fitzgerald, Gertrude Stein, that whole fucking deal.
I want to meet some weird people.
That whole fucking deal, dude. Yeah. But no, he really just, Picasso's there, and I think that was his main goal, just meeting him. And eventually in 1920. So also, we skipped a couple things. So while he's in college, he starts getting into like a couple different kind of more modern art scenes, Dadaism, Cubism, and he starts reading Freud.
Oh man!
And starts incorporating more sexual imagery into his
That'll
works.
fucking do it.
Kind of moves past the more classical and technical and into the more what I would call batshit insane zone.
Yeah.
Which he is so well known for, which is just fucking awesome though. It's honest, dude. And just a sidebar, like I think his best shit, like the one we're obsessed with, the Christ of the St. John, dude. It's when he merges the batshit with the classical styles, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know
That's
what
his
you mean.
best shit, dude. Like this is cool.
Well, so
This stuff is cool, but like,
most people would probably say his best work is in the late 20s. I mean, we just ran through like, okay, let's look at some of his best pieces here, and I mean, they stretch from 29 to 51, 1929 to 1951. But what he's most known for would probably be, those ones in the late 20s, early 30s that are just, they're fucking
the Great Masturbator.
yeah.
That's the name of the painting.
I was responding to you, dude.
Telling everybody else to fucking calm down, dude. We're not making some terrible joke, dude.
Yeah. But, yeah, once he does get into the weird shit, he would. So once he does this, I mean, here's the thing. There's a great way that he kind of talks about how he would, put his mindset, what his mindset would be when he starts doing this. So he'd talk about like the 10 to 15 minutes before you fall asleep.
Yeah, before you fall asleep. Yeah,
which I've heard many artists, specifically Childish Gambino, fucking our boy Donald Glover. Donald Glover. We know you're listening, bro. Shout out, dude. Atlanta was amazing. Great series finale, dude. But he talks about those 10 to 15 minutes right before you fall asleep and just vivid, irrational, which is, dude, I mean, those are the two words of surrealism right there. If you had to fucking define it, he's like, the 10 to 15 minutes before I fall asleep, I just have these vivid, irrational images. And that's like how I fucking would function. I'd think of that shit and put it on fucking canvas, dude. Like, you got fucking bodies that are morphed and you can see through into their humans' insides, fucking elephants with skinny legs.
Lot of dicks.
Lots of dicks. I mean, dude, he was a very... We can get into all that later.
We will.
Yeah.
We will.
So this potential of this guy is blowing up.
It's insane because there's all this kind of interesting stuff happening in the art world. The world just in general is going batshit.
Yeah.
It's fucking from World War I to in America.
Yeah.
Fucking the stock market crashing in the Great Depression.
Yeah.
To this fucking cool art scene in Paris. To World War II, which is just around the bend. Like, the world is churning and burning, basically.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool art going on. And he's kind of just taking it all in. But behind all that is the mastery, is the technical mastery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the person responsible for, a lot of people say
Sigmund Freud.
Nah, man. Nah, that's
He was obsessed with Freud, though.
He is.
Can I just cut in? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
He met him.
yeah.
Eventually, he met him and sketched him. And, like, Freud commented, like, this Spanish kid is fucking looking at me weird, dude. Like, that's not exactly what he said, but, like... And then, like, Freud eventually had to say, like, I thought the surrealists were, like, a fucking joke. But then I saw this Spanish kid. Who's that Spanish kid who painted me? I saw some of his shit, and it was fucking amazing. Like, that was basically what Freud said about it in his journals.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just, I'm getting to the person who really fucking helped him
Hell yeah.
get the notoriety, pull the strings, dude, get him out there, get his work more well known. I mean, his shit's so good, but he meets this fucking woman who's already in the scene. She's already fucking banging some...
It's in Paris, by the way.
Yeah, this is in Paris. She's banging some fucking Frencho fucking surrealist writer.
Some poet.
Some poet. Dude. And she just has an affair with fucking Dali. And she's like...
10 years his senior.
10 years, dude. 10 years older than him.
Russian immigrant.
She just fucking wakes up, in the bed next to him upside down while he's fucking, just... probably jerking off with an orange in his mouth because he's just fucking weird like that.
He's a weirdo, dude.
Yeah, and she's like, "What? What is going on?" He's like, "I'm making a painting with my asshole."
She's like, "You painted that with your asshole."
I did.
She's like, calls her, Jenny, clear my schedule. Something interesting is happening.
Yeah, dude.
No, yeah, she immediately recognized his talent. I don't know specifically where they met. They just met like on the scene.
Yeah, I mean,
or it might have been at one of his exhibitions. And that's the other thing too. He's starting to do like exhibition, like small shit. He's not like super famous at all.
right?
He's decently well known, but not really.
Yeah,
Especially back then when every fucking asshole, the goddamn fucking Freud's journals was a goddamn painter, dude.
But yeah, her name was Gala, I think. Gala.
I kept hearing it as Carla,
Yeah.
which is interesting because like one of the famous, because she's Russian, and it's spelled Gala.
Yeah.
Gala.
Gala.
One of the famous British spy novels and books that's been turned into movies and all sorts of shit by John le Carre. The bad guy's name is Garla. The Soviet spy master's name is Garla.
Oh, shit. Dude.
So I was like, that's how I heard it. I was like, what? I was like, that's fucking weird.
But this lady, Gala, she ends up... Dude,
She's married.
Yeah.
She's got a fucking family, by the way.
I know. Dude.
Not just that she's just married to some dude on the scene. They have kids.
Yeah.
And she just goes,
yeah.
Later. I found a fucking specimen.
I found a fucking cash cow is what I fucking
dude.
found, dude.
She could see it.
Dude, well, that's it.
She had the fucking vision.
The more I fucking read and saw of these, was just like, she's just like a groomer, dude. She's this fucking mother figure of just like.
Well, she's not he wasn't fucking 14, but.
Yeah, I mean.
But he was a fucking,
stepmom? Oh my god.
He was.
Years a senior, dude. Oh, stepmom. Oh, you're stuck in the laundry. What? I now make the great masturbator.
Oh man. So his his wife, Gala, she was Russian immigrant, in the scene, 10 years older, ditches her family and just says like, I'm in love with this guy. I see the dude. You got to go back 10 seconds. That was fucking insane.
That's really cool too.
You went back too far.
Hold on.
Jeez, we're gonna be.
I want to see some of these.
Look at this fucking thing, dude. What is that at? That's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man farting those clouds.
Those are 2 used up condoms.
This guy's like, what do you want, bitch? Look at this.
What the fuck is that?
Damn it, dude. It's a fucking horror movie.
I like this one a lot, dude.
Or it's an Apple product.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that is like that bothers me right there. It was just too beautiful for.
Yeah. All right, so Gala.
Sorry. Yeah.
Gala comes over here.
God.
She's grooming this fucking guy. She is the vision. She gets it, dude.
She's like, this guy is so fucking talented, and like I'm just enthralled by this guy. And they're like, and they truly are a partnership, whether it's, not sexual at all, which it's revealed not.
Oh, it's fucking weird, dude.
It's weird as fuck, and we'll get into it later. But like, just their business partnership was what sustained it throughout, their 50 years of marriage.
Yeah.
And like, she really just kind of ran the show, and he's just the genius. And she kind of, he had the vision, or he had the idea and she had the vision. Sorry. And she pushed it to the max. And like, even from the early days where he's an unknown artist in Paris, she's literally taking his shit to anybody who would take a look at it. Any galleries, whatever, knocking on doors, fucking door-to-door salesman in the 20s. Like, hey, do you want to look at my husband's paintings? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you want to pay for them. Like, we just want to get it out there, blah, blah, blah. Like, and eventually he starts to get some recognition.
Well, here's the thing. So he marries Gala in 1934. He's getting this recognition, right?
Well, yep.
Yeah, he's getting this recognition. They're doing dog shit in Paris, and they go, what's popping off right now?
Well, wait, dude. You missed a couple things.
Oh shit, go down, go.
His most famous painting ever happens in 1931.
Oh fuck you. The portrait. Wait, 1930. Oh yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
The Persistence of Time.
Persistence of memories.
Yeah, sorry. Creates his most well-known work in 1931, The Persistence of Memory, which is the melting clocks in the fucking desert.
Yeah.
So basically, and he also creates a couple of other crazy ass. The Portrait of Paul Eluard, 1929.
Which sells for that's his
Yeah, dude.
Largest-
We got some sale prices on these fucking things, dude.
So the portrait of Paul Eluard goes for in 1929 for the most. So it goes for $22 million.
In what year though?
I mean I would imagine that it went later. I don't know.
Yeah, what year was that? Did it
Let me see
sell
what-
for $22 million?
Let me see. Hold on. Oh, dude. Okay. The highest price ever paid for a Salvador Dali painting was achieved in February of 2011, when the portrait of Paul Eluard sold for a staggering 13.5 million pounds
Unbelievable. 2011, dude.
at the Sotheby's London.
Yeah, Sotheby's, dude.
Sotheby's London. That's where it sells.
I'm surprised it has not been more since, because like art has gotten so fucking crazy with the money.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so in that time where he's with, or that time just prior to
He met Gala
meeting
in
Gala.
1929. So
Okay.
yeah. So 1931, his most famous artwork he makes, The Persistence of Memory, and it's during this time, early to mid 30s, that he starts getting more and more exhibitions, and more shows. Not just in Paris, but like back in Spain, in New York City. Like he starts branching out to other places.
Right, but he's not selling. That's the thing.
He's not selling. He's still not selling, and everybody loves his work.
Yes.
like he's a hit with the critics. He's
Yes.
he's just not making a ton of cash.
Right. So he fucking marries this bitch in 1934, right? That's when she realizes that he has all this ability and skill, but he's not making any fucking money. But they go, you know what? We got a fucking solution to that. I got a solution to that. And it's called the Big Apple. New York City kid. All right.
And that's where they meet Walt Disney
That's probably where
in 36.
I don't know. No, that's in 46.
No, he meets him there.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
like just where they meet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then in 39, that's they're in New York. In the 40s, he's getting all this fucking recognition, money, fame, notoriety. He's hosting these fucking eyed wide shut costume parties.
Yeah, dude. Let's pause. Let's pause on this eyes wide shut shit, dude. We got to discuss this because, like, first of all, his chick is just like, "The fuck are we doing, dude? I left my family for you, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go to America. Like, the cash is in America, dude. They won the fucking war, dude." Actually, what year is this? It's 1940.
Yeah.
They have not won the war yet.
She's a psychic, dude. She's a psychic.
But she's like, "We're in Paris, dude. Paris sucks. It's about to get fucking invaded."
Yeah.
I wonder, that's like not in the footnotes. Like, I wonder if they were like, we're about to get fucking invaded.
That's
Like,
true. And I mean,
that
that wouldn't be surprising just because of the.
they're like, this Hitler guy is interesting.
But
Apparently, and dude, this is one source I read where Dali was kind of into Hitler. Listen,
another Kanye reference, dude.
yeah, dude. Going back to Kanye, dude.
Yeah.
But she just saw dollar signs. Is basically what you're saying.
That's the whole reason. She saw
just-
the dollar signs, dude.
She fucking saw the land of the free stars and bars, dude.
Yeah.
She saw dollar signs, dude.
Yeah. The fucking cash cow that would be. So at this fucking first party, one of the first parties that they fucking host, he's already well known around the world, but they're like, we're going to host and we're going to have every celebrity, everybody. Dude, they're so funny. There's a video of it.
Is there a video?
I don't have a note, but there's a video of it.
Get the fuck
Yeah, dude,
out.
and pictures, dude. It's fucking insane, dude. It's an eyes wide shut fucking party, dude.
That was, first of all, that was every single one of his parties.
Yeah.
Was an
Oh yeah,
eyes
he's a
wide
voyeur. He fucking would set up orgies and just.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit down the road,
yeah.
dude. But yeah, let's talk about this initial party.
So yeah, this initial party, there's a video. It's so fucking funny. Bob Hope is there. Bless his fucking heart.
Oh, Bob
And somebody
Hope,
hands him like a. He just genuinely looks at it and is like, "The fuck is this? What is this?" Like he's at the dinner table. Like
and they're like, "That's your dinner."
yeah, he's
Bob
like,
Hope is like, "I gotta get the fuck out of here." Hippies didn't exist yet, so he was like, "I don't know what to call this."
yeah, dude.
You know, like
He's like, "I'm calling my publicist. This was the worst fucking idea I've ever."
fucking Warner Brothers, dude.
And in fact, like, so I don't know if you've heard of Charles Lindbergh. Lindbergh was and I don't know if you could be more famous than a fucking pilot in the 1940s, dude.
Yeah, man.
In 1930s. You're pretty much up there with, rock stars and movie stars. Okay, so this tragic thing happens to this guy and his wife, Charles.
Famous aviator.
Famous aviator. Him and his wife. First guy to fly from Paris to New York nonstop. Okay. He has a little baby who's 22 months old, gets kidnapped by this guy named Bruno Richard Hauptmann, and kills him, kills the baby.
Can I just do a sidebar on this? If this happened today, this would be so deep down the rabbit hole of internet conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back in the day, they were just like, Charles Lindbergh, baby's dying. Like, kidnappers on the loose.
Yeah. And
Question mark?
Yeah, and then on top of that, this is where it would be more of the conspiracy thing, because 2 years after this happens, your boy has he hosts this Eyes Wide Shut party, and it's a costume party. Salvador Dali and Gala dress up as the baby and the fucking murderer.
Yeah. So we should pause here and just say that something we have not really touched on is this guy might be the first modern troll. The first because he's, what do you call it? Fuck, we're gonna have to cut out.
No. I like where you're going, because he's not the first modern day troll. He's
Provocateur,
the first
dude.
He's the
a
first
provocateur.
Yeah, but he's that first troll that's on such a high level.
Yeah.
Where it makes the news, you know what I mean? Because people saw that and were like, "You are out of your fucking mind. This is way out of line, sir."
Oh, by the way, by this point, his family had disowned him for his participation in the surrealist movement. He said something I don't remember. It was basically something like desecrating a picture of his mother. And it might have been taken out of context, but his family had disowned him.
No message.
No message. Can you imagine Kanye would never say that.
Yeah, no shit.
Of course it's a message.
Of course it's a message. Oh, my God. So, yeah, man. He goes to New York. He does have his gallery in New York. And it opens up, and it's super successful this time now. And they right before we get to the Walt Disney thing, where I think he obviously meets while they're fucking
his patrons,
there, whatever. Yeah. So then the people that end up buying his shit.
Oh, I just love his stuff,
dude. It's a couple from Colorado that are just like
they have multiple homes, but they're like Midwest Hokies. Dude.
Yes,
I
dude.
love this shit, dude.
And they have a quarter of
his paintings are super interesting. I don't quite understand it, but that's why I like it.
Yeah. They buy like a quarter of his fucking catalog.
They're
millionaires.
They got in early and they got in horde.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They got in early and they got in pretty big.
They got in horde.
Yeah, and they eventually. So there's.
He said that like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Horde.
He got in Horde.
That's funny because I was trying to sound like Ice Cube. No, but just to skip ahead, like they end up opening the only other museum other than Dali opens himself.
Yeah.
Because they own over 200 of his works, dude.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
So they get in. They like love this guy immediately. They see they see his stuff at a show in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Which is where
why is Dali's work in Cleveland?
Because they're touring it, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're hustling, dude. Gala. She is she's working, dude. You know, they're hustling, man. They're showing it. They probably went to, fucking San Diego where we're from and just all the fuck over, dude. You know, man, like just whole little exhibition and it's just a meet and greet, it's a whole fucking scene thing and
dude, and at this point now, so right before we get into this Walt Disney deal.
Oh yeah, so this is so he meets his patrons and they're fucking diehards. They're fucking they're with him forever, till the end.
Exactly. And at this point, he's painted the great.
So now he's starting to cash in.
Yes.
So Gala is like, yeah, all right, this is what we're doing. Like the parties are working out. Like this idea of us being outrageous, like we're just gonna keep this going. Like the engine is moving. Yeah. Let's keep it going.
Right.
But you're talking now. Obviously, Walt Disney had met him at the MoMA in 1936 because Walt Disney had a couple of cells of his animation there. It was like a big thing, It was like one of these, just showcasing artists. Yeah. Walt Disney had a couple cells of his animation there.
Okay.
And they had met there.
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, your shit's cool," and he was like, "Tight, thanks."
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Your fucking accent's weird. He's like, buddy, I
your
can
fucking mustache.
He's like,
dude.
Pal, I can barely understand you. Shut the fuck up.
He's like, we almost have the same mustache. It's just a little different.
He's like, you look like a Vince McMahon.
Oh shit.
No, yeah. So now they team up. That's what you're doing.
So 1946, Walt Disney himself. He asked Dali to create a cartoon that would introduce surrealism to children. And shocker, it was way too fucking surreal for children.
It was too shocking.
So they never released it to these kids.
You got to compare this to you ever seen Fantasia?
Yeah.
Why did they make that, dude? What? So, that makes sense. Like, Walt Disney being in bed with Dali for a project. Like, I get it. Because, Walt Disney, of course he wanted to make shit for fucking kids and families. But he was also like, I hate the Jews. I'm just joking. He may or may not have said that. That is unconfirmed. I don't know that for a fact.
It is confirmed.
I don't know that for a fact. It's unconfirmed. But he also was.
Oh my god.
He was also into this, because his whole thing was he was at the forefront of animation.
Yeah.
So he was willing to push the boundaries however he could.
Yeah.
Which is why he loved working with Dali, dude.
Yeah.
And now we're about to watch it. So this is. Can we pause here?
Yeah. I wanted to see which one of these is more recent, by the way.
And we'll read this. We'll read the little intro here because neither of us have seen this.
Oh, this is from.
All right, hit pause.
Hold on, this one's from 10 years ago. All right, we'll pause here.
Let's get the little intro piece on the screen. All right. So, in 1946, two legendary artists began their collaboration on a short film. More than half a century later, their creation has finally been completed. All right, so we see a vast... Jesus Christ. We see a vast desert with a shadow figure walking out of it.
The mountains become the woman.
Yeah, the mountains become the... Oh, my God. She's walking towards like a pyramid...
Obelisk
with
type.
Yeah, it's very Kubrick.
Yeah.
There's a fucking clock.
This is incredible.
And obviously, this is tuned up for nowadays, but like I could only imagine what. Oh my god! Now it's nighttime. And she's a giant, and she just shrunk the obelisk into her heart. And there's a hole in her heart. There is what is that movie? You remember the movie Arrival? There's one of those creatures walking in the background, and all of a sudden there's a man, but it looks like a statue. She's kissing it. The moon just pops up. She breathes life into the statue and it melts. And turns into butterflies. The man's face, the statue's face. She looks heartbroken. She's walking around. All of a sudden there's a giant statue. The desert has turned into a giant statue. She's just running around in circles and it's offering her things. Now she's dancing fantastically. And there's more statues of bizarre looking figures. And it's coming to a head. And there's, oh my god, there's fucking plants with eyes that are trying to suck her in. And there's this conch, seashell conch, that sucked her in. And it fell off the obelisk desert. But she jumps out at the last second. And lands, oh dude, she does a swan dive, lands on a couple of telephones, perfect 10. But now she's back in the desert. And she looks sad, as if her trip has just ended.
You know the only.
Oh my god! But there's a clock tower, and it's giving a shadow off at the original statue that we were confronted with at the beginning. Oh, and she wants to go back. Okay, so now she. Okay, so I understand this. So she's trying to conform back into the shadow world, and she just went. Dude. Okay.
What?
Holy shit. Okay. So the clock tower gave off the shadow. Originally, she came off the shadow of the mountain. She just transformed into the shadow of the clock tower, but then just emerged as a beautiful woman in a dress dancing in the desert. And a couple of pebbles just fell off of the triangle obelisk. But she pays no mind because she's dancing. And now she turns into
She's flipped her hair up, and now she's a dandelion.
she's a dandelion. What are those called? The white dandelion.
The white ones that you blow.
Yeah. Oh my god, but the clock tower's back. And now the man is back. The clock tower man is back. He's alive again. Oh my god, the clock tower's bleeding. The clock tower's melting and bleeding. And it's breathing life into him. Oh, it's trying to get him back.
Dude.
And the statue man is fighting so hard.
He's trying to reach the woman.
And he just broke free.
Dude. This.
And a woodpecker just pecked a fucking clock into his hand. And there's ants crawling out of his hand. But the ants are turning into men into bicycles. With fucking
hats.
French. It's a bunch of French dudes. The ants are French dudes. Driving with fucking baguettes on their heads. Okay. Oh my god, and she's back. And she sees the statue man in the distance. And it's her true love. And she goes to, oh my god, there's quicksand. And it turns, so all the sand dissolves. And it turns into almost a Roman Colosseum.
It's a city, dude. It's like a city of a Berlin
And he's
Wall.
on the other side of the wall, dude.
Trump.
And it looks like she's getting, oh no. She's throwing birds out of her pocket. Maybe to signal to them. Yep. Okay, so they're going over the wall. And they're blowing by him, and he's loving it. And there's Medusa head in the corner. And she, oh, of course, she just walked around. Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Just walk around the fucking wall. Oh, she just turned back into stone.
Oh, and it's.
She turned back into stone.
Look at the face. Do you not see the face?
Now it's a. Okay, so that's obviously updated. It's a man in a baseball cap. Or is it a 1919 Black Sox?
This is not. Yeah, dude. That's Salvador Dali.
Okay, now it's some crazy.
Like their skin, the skin of their heads.
Now it's a pearl ballet dancer throwing a ball to a Black Sox. He just hit it to the Stone Man, who's all of a sudden in a futuristic type city. And he's hugging it like it's the last thing he's ever going to see. And now now we're looking through the hole that was his heart, and it's the vision of the stone woman who was the woman dancing,
But it's a bell.
and she's throwing it. God damn, dude. So yeah, if that made sense to you, go fuck yourself, dude. So that's what we're dealing with here, dude. Like, Dali wanted to show that to kids to get them into surrealism.
Oh, that bowling scene from The Big Lebowski makes sense now. You know,
Yeah, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. Coen Brothers.
the Coen Brothers knocked it out of
The Coen Brothers are mainstream.
Oh my god, dude, that is. No wonder that wasn't for fucking kids.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. So apparently that was scrapped. Shocker. They finally re-released it in 2003 and updated it and
Yeah.
shit. So yeah, that makes complete
Mind
sense.
you, the only say that Walt Disney probably had in that in 1946 was like, the woman's got to be fucking hot as fuck.
He was like,
That's
the hair must be blonde.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's the only thing that fucking he had any say in.
what is her religion? Well, Disney, you fucking weirdo, you fucking scumbag.
Yeah, man, and I mean, this is of many works that as you touched on
So-
before. Let me of the many works that you touched on of sculptor, he wrote shit. He fucking was an architect. He fucking, he was in films. And part of the thing that I was telling you about, one of the films he did was this Unchen Andalus, which is the fucking weirdest movie you've ever fucking.
So you showed me this, just us hanging out, like
It must have been
over a year ago,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
And the thought in my head was, what the fuck, dude? Like, why did we have to watch this? Why did we have to watch this?
I mean, dude, it was important.
I don't even want to give a play-by-play.
I know,
But
dude.
I tell you what, we'll watch it, and
You're gonna, the only reason I want you to see this is because those ants coming out of the hand. He does the same thing in
Yeah.
this fucking movie. Yeah, this is the most famous part here, where
God
he
damn it,
slices
dude.
a woman's eyeball
dude, this is so fucking.
because the moon is being sliced by which that ends up being a dead cat's eyeball already. So it's not a real human eyeball, which many people speculated.
The French are assholes, Lloyd.
Yeah, yeah. And then, I mean, this whole thing's like a fucking dream, basically. It's so weird. This woman is not dead or doesn't have her eye sliced. A man is like just searching for her. Again, we have the ants coming out of a guy's hand. This is all like a dream, pretty much. But the Pixies...
It's psychosis. Yeah, okay, so I get what you're saying now. So there's a similar theme of the hole in the guy's heart, the hole in the guy's hand.
a man trying to
Shit
reach a woman. He
coming
like
out.
corners her. Like it's all.
I bet he corners her.
dude. it's-
Fucking creep.
Look at this, dude. There's a part where she's
He's just
naked.
grabbing tits in 1928, dude.
Dude, yeah. I don't know if they're gonna show her naked, but that's a part of
He's
it.
like, oh, tight.
Dude.
She's like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh shit!
It's a mannequin.
And he's like drooling. Yeah, dude. It's fucking. It's different, dog. So then the Pixies wrote a song that have the.
yeah, let's just play Debaser, dude. Fucking.
So yeah, I mean, he was involved in a bunch of weird fucking shit, dude. He got so fucking famous that he would, when he'd go out to dinner, he would pay by writing a check, and then on the back of the check, he would sketch
This is
something.
hilarious because he was such a fucking cheap fuck.
Yeah.
He was like, he's like,
They're not gonna catch.
They're not gonna cash this if I draw something.
an
on
original
the back of it
Dali's on
and
this
sign it,
motherfucker, dude. You know, just
What
a
is-
genius fucking scumbag.
It's
dude.
hilarious, dude. Yeah, dude.
Um,
Hilarious, dude.
So, and part of his fucking lifestyle, I mean, so now we're in the thick of it. He's just
yeah, so
this-
everything's they're starting to cash in their lifestyle, it's literally their life becomes art at this point.
Yeah.
Where it's just, every time that we're seen, it needs to be an art piece. And it doesn't matter what. And it just became so self-indulgent. Like, they're making so much fucking cash at this point that he just to dive into the sexual realm of things, the orgies.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, he was a bit of a watcher.
Yeah, he was a
bit
voyeur.
He was a bit of a
voyeur?
cuck also.
That's right. Oh, fuck.
Dude,
That's I was going to introduce
We got to
him.
talk about his wife, dude. So his wife, first of all, 10 years his senior, leaves her family for him, but he's not interested in sex, really, in the actual physical act. He's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with sex. But the actual physical act, he's not interested in it. And one of his things is he loves watching his wife or just letting his wife go fuck dudes like 20 years younger than her.
Yeah.
And she was all about that till the day she died, dude.
I know.
She was like 80 years old talking about like getting like young boy toys, dude.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. Planet dust, dude.
Yeah, man.
Anyways, no, but like, yeah, so that's just like this, he would host these lavish sex parties and like he would invite specific people and like pair people up, and like his whole thing was like arranging it in his way. It was like his living art. That's what it was described as, his living sexual art. And of course he'd just be jerking off behind a curtain. While like 20 to 40 people were having sex in like the penthouse of the Ritz in New York City. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean,
and his wife, like he had no qualms about it. He was like, "Yeah, you should
dude,
go fuck young dudes."
that's the only way he'd get off there. He'd organize these orgies and then just sit in a closet.
It's like-
jerking off in a Batman outfit. Let them finish on your face.
Let them finish on your face, Rachel. Yeah, he's like,
Oh my god.
go find your Two-Face out there.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying, dude? No, he
Who are you gonna come to first? Rachel.
oh my god, dude.
Oh my god, dude. And you know what? There's a few things that we shouldn't fucking forget here about leading to this too. I mean, you can't get as big as he was. We kind of talked about a little bit about his youth, but someone had made mention that was close to him that, he did work like 18-hour days when he was a young man. Like, he had put in fucking work when he was in Spain, which, I mean, is a credit, I think, to how hard he worked on his fucking craft. I don't think...
There's no denying his talent or his work ethic.
Yeah. I mean, what you were saying, just the fucking skill of, brush to fucking canvas. It was fucking...
Everybody was like, I don't fucking get this, but this is amazing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just the technical mastery. Everybody acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Exactly.
Even and we're not there yet. Continue.
No. I mean,
So this is so maybe we can move on. So they kind of get burnt out in New York, man. Like,
That's right.
in Los Angeles, because they're living this lavish lifestyle and they're making so much fucking money. But he starts to not feel the juice. He's like, fuck, like, what am I doing?
Yeah, he starts to think he's losing the touch. That he starts,
Am I washed up?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And
this is like after World War II.
yeah.
This is 1948. They say,
50s-ish,
yeah, it's 1948, 50s. He goes, we're moving back to Spain.
yeah.
So they moved back to a little cottage that he had purchased years earlier. This little town in the middle of fucking nowhere. And at the time, like, the dictator Franco, he was executing people. He was anybody who spoke out against him, like famous artists. He was like exile. You know what I mean? Like, so the art community was like, "Fuck Franco, dude! Like, this is bullshit. Like, this is not what we want for the future of Spain." And what does old Pablo do? He gets back and he's like, "I fucking love Franco."
Dali goes back. Yeah.
What did I say?
Pablo.
Jesus Christ, dude.
But yeah, he goes back and he's like, dude.
Dali goes back and he's like, I fucking love Franco, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking love James Franco.
But he. Weed is tight, dude. Weed is tight.
No, he goes back and he goes. Here's the thing. It's not clear if he says he loves Franco because he's a monarchist and he still considers himself a Catholic.
Yes. Well, doesn't he go back to Catholicism?
He goes back to Catholicism at this point, so that's one of the reasons he's more into Franco. But I think personally, this is what I got. He was like, everybody in the art scene hates this guy. I fucking love
That's
this
right.
guy.
That's right. He was
Because
just a contrarian.
he just wants more attention. He's a contrarian.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, and that's I was of the same belief as well. Like he just was like, "Fuck, dude, I'm gonna do anything to be against the grain." Dude, Kanye, dude. Oh my, I mean, the fucking similarities, dude.
I gotta read this, dude, because
yeah.
he sent telegrams to Franco congratulating him when political prisoners were executed, right up to 1975. He expressed support for Franco's Catholicism, which we mentioned, his clearing Spain of destructive forces, in quotes, and famously contrasted his own politics with Picasso's left-wing sympathies.
Yeah.
So basically, just as we said, the sending him notes for the execution of political prisoners might have been a little bit much.
A little much.
But also, here's another take on it. He needed to move back to Spain to get his juice back, and he was like, well, if I talk shit about this guy, he's going to kill me, he's going to exile me. Like, I just want to go home and do my work.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll butter this guy's bread a little bit.
Yeah.
That's another angle on it.
Yeah. That's true.
But dude, he sent this guy letters when
That's a little much, dude. That's a little much. And at this point, because he thinks his fucking his juice, his mojo is gone, he's just back to painting.
he goes back to
classical.
the basics.
Back to the basics, dude.
Back to the basics.
So okay, now if I can fast forward to 65 when he meets.
No,
All right.
we got to talk a couple things here.
All right,
Dude.
lay it on me, dog.
I'm talking 1951.
Oh, that's right.
I'm talking
You're talking the fucking
Christ of St.
Christ
John
of
on the cross, dude. Look this fucking bitch up.
fucking
dude.
amazing.
This solidifies or really just drives home what we're talking about, because like you have to see this painting. It's like Christ is in space almost, and you're seeing like him on the cross in agony, but you're looking down at him. But then like the bottom half of the painting is like,
I think
is the world?
I think it's the view. I think it's the view of God, looking
think it's
down
the
at
view
his
of God?
son, and then looking down at the earth.
But it's not like his surrealist paintings. It's very
No,
much.
yeah.
But the composition is so bizarre that it's just like, what the fuck am I looking at, dude? So it's very much he goes back to his roots, but incorporates. This is what I was saying before. Like this is the shit that I love of his. Dude.
yeah.
You know,
I'm telling you, this is why we're gonna go Ocean 11's this place, dude.
yeah. Scotland
doesn't
suck my fucking.
They don't even know what.
Let me see. Let me. All right, let's get into this, dude. Calvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum.
Dude.
Looks like a fucking.
Yeah.
Actually, Jesus Christ, it looks tough to get into.
Yeah, what do they got? One guard who can be fucking.
It's in Glasgow.
Yeah, I bet you I can get that fucking guard out of the way with a fucking pint.
No, it looks it looks like a like a Victorian mat. It looks like something Louis the 13th built.
Yeah.
Like it looks fucking massive, dude.
Well, dude, see, like there's are there variations? Because do you see the boat at the bottom? Are you seeing this,
painting?
dude?
In the painting?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I do. I do see the boat.
So, I mean, Christ of St. John of the Cross. I mean, dude, I don't know. It's just such a fucking intense.
It's just pitch black,
yeah.
and then it's just.
Looking down at like a mountainside.
Is it a mountainside though?
It's like
is it the earth? It almost looks like Christ is in space.
Yeah.
And then like the middle of the painting, the bottom middle of the painting is like a shot of earth, and then the very bottom of the painting is like the Sea of Galilee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it just looks it's fucking crazy. But it's amazing. Like
It is. It's a massive fucking painting too. Well, I mean it's pretty big, but it's fucking tight as fuck. 1951 he painted that.
80 inches, how many feet is that?
That's like a door. That's like a door.
Like a door.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could Ocean's 11 that shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. No shit, dog.
Who's our Matt Damon, dude?
Dude, our Matt Damon is Matt Damon, and we have him go distract everybody by talking Bitcoin.
Fortune favors
Fortune favors the brave, dude. Fortune favors the brave.
Meanwhile, we got the Grease Man,
Yeah.
the small Asian man.
Yeah. Who's just Kevin
We're
Hart.
wheeling in, like, oh, just a cheese cart for the folks here. We're on a trip, a goodwill trip from your sister city in Tullamore, Michigan.
We're just the relatives of the Colorado couple. You
Oh
know?
my God, this Colorado couple must have been out of their fucking minds back in the day, dude.
Dude, they interview them.
They must have been so drunk the first time they saw it. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? It's Cleveland, dude. Everybody's shit-faced.
Oh my
Like, come
God.
on, dude. Everybody's shit-faced at that art gallery opening in Cleveland. Come on. Even the so-called and they were billionaires.
They were, dude.
They split their time between Cleveland and Colorado.
Jesus. But yeah, what else here? What else in the 50s do we have?
I mean, that's the only cool one I wanted to talk about. Honestly,
Yeah.
you know, he just spent this time just kind of rehoning his craft, getting his shit back together. Dude.
Yeah.
And, you know, during this time, too, they're based in Spain, but they're still going back. They're still going to Paris. They're still going to New York.
He can still do anything he wants. I mean, he's doing interviews.
It's just
too.
where they live, you know.
Yeah.
During the time.
Yeah.
And he's still super fucking famous, and they're still cashing in. It's just their home base is now Spain. It's not fucking crazy ass New York
Yeah.
and Los Angeles, dude.
All right. So then I think he either goes back to Paris where he meets in 1965.
Oh no! So he goes there. They go there all the time.
Yeah,
That's my point.
And I think so. In 1965, he meets Amanda Lear. Which, dude, how often can you hear the word muse? Like nobody
several
has a
muses.
muse anymore, dude. No, do you have a muse, dude?
No, what the fuck am I doing, dude? I'm doing a fucking
She's my muse.
dude. I'm doing a fucking podcast with my friend from high school. Like what the fuck?
Oh my god, nobody has a muse anymore, dude.
I'm not making art, dude.
Dude, I mean, what's with
I'm trying to make you laugh, dude.
dude? Celebrities
What the fuck?
need a muse, dude. Dude. Kanye had a muse. Kanye had a muse, dude.
Who's that?
Kim, bro, it was Kim.
Please, dude.
It was, dude. I'm telling you, it was fucking Kim K. That
All
was,
his best shit came before that. Everybody knows it.
yeah, dude. His fucking Naomi Russell days, dude.
Amber Rose.
Amber Rose days, dude.
I'll
His,
tell you,
his
his
fucking Esther Baxter days, dude. Shout out to anybody
whoever
who
his
knows.
first girlfriend was that he talks about in his first album, first two albums.
Yeah,
Probably that chick.
Taylor Swift is who that was. I made that bitch famous. God damn. Yeah, so he meets fucking Amanda Lear, who my boy here thinks has
listen,
damning evidence.
Listen, no. So, listen, in the I guess vein of Salvador Dali, we're gonna print the legend. All right.
Yeah.
Most of this has probably been disputed or disproven, but
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
Before
don't give a fuck because I kind of believe it.
Before you go any further here, I watched that A&E biography.
Mm-hmm.
I'd throw it in her mouth.
You'd throw it in that man's mouth? No, that's the thing. She's super attractive. It's just like her face is kind of just like
It's a little big, a little wide.
her jaw's a little chiseled. Her jaw's a little Jay Leno, if you know what I mean, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, she's super hot, but also what?
Yeah. Also, Dali was 50 years old, and he's like, oh, this, 27-year-old is into me.
Yeah, so, all right, so I'm going to do a little bit of reading series here.
Yeah.
If you want me to stop, and I will stop at certain points,
Yeah.
you just cut in.
All right.
All right. Model, painter, disco diva, TV personality, and the absolute fiercest of the pioneering transsexuals. Amanda Lear was born Elaine Maurice Louis. Oh, shit, what the fuck? Elaine Maurice Louis Renee Tapp in Saigon in 1939. Or it could have been Paris or Hong Kong. The year might have been 1941, 1945, or as she now claims, 1950. There is much competing information about her parents, none of it conclusive. In general, not much is known for sure, about the early life of Amanda Lear, and she would very much like to keep it that way. She claims to have been educated in Switzerland, and she eventually made her way to Paris in 1959.
Yeah.
So this is even earlier than we were talking about.
Yeah.
Taking the stage name Pecky de Oslo, performing as a stripper at the notorious drag bar Le Carousel.
Oh, dude, that kind of...
So
Stripper at the bar, I was like, okay, so she's a chick. And then you're like, it was a drag bar. And I'm like...
Who we're talking about, by the way, is a famous model from the 1970s. And her name's Amanda Lear. She eventually becomes the girlfriend and muse of Salvador Dali.
My muse.
She also dated several high-profile musicians like David Bowie, Brian Ferry. Like, she dated the dude from the Stones. The guy who drowned at a pool. He was so drunk he drowned at a pool. Before they got big, what the fuck was his name? The guitarist. Brian. I forget his name. Anyways.
Yeah.
So the rumor, or maybe here's the many different alternatives to this story. She's just a woman. That's Exhibit A. Exhibit B is she's just a woman, and Dali and her kind of agreed on this public relations strategy and put this out there that she was born a man. Okay, here's Exhibit C, that she met Dali at a young age. He took her to Casablanca, where they were doing sex change operations at the time.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
And she became a woman. So those are the alternatives.
I mean...
We'll read on. By the way, she modeled for Playboy nude.
Dude. She's got a pair of lips down there, dude. All right, I'm gonna.
My eyebrows just went super high.
I'm gonna put this in my search history, dude. I'm risking it all, dude.
Yeah, just check it out, dude. And while you're doing that, okay. The story.
While you think about that, think about this.
Go on.
A gun has 6 bullets.
Right.
Dude. Oh, dude, that was from Shawshank. I thought you were gonna. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
The story goes that the gangly yet exotic Eurasian beauty Pecky, and this is assuming that she's a young man in Paris dancing as a woman, Young Eurasian beauty Pecky had a nose job and a sex change in Casablanca, paid for by none other than the surrealist master Salvador Dali, who frequented La Carousel. In 1963, Amanda, as she now is known, then makes her way to London to become a part of the swinging Chelsea scene, where she is rumored to have had a relationship with Rolling Stones member Brian Jones. Brian Jones, that's what I was thinking of. She models for Yves Saint Laurent and Paco Rabanne and is a constant muse for the divine Dali, but her career is held back by rumors that she was born a man or was a hermaphrodite. So that's the end of my reading portion. I can go on, dude.
May I?
Go on.
I'm looking at.
Dali,
Okay, but
Dali,
built in a lab. Because let me say something, my man. Let me say something, my man. There is a beaver strip covering everything.
There is a massive beaver.
Who knows what kind of...
All right. For sake of perversion. I'm zooming in. I'm looking at beaver, dude. I'm looking at beef.
Again, covered by hair, bro. What's under there?
I mean, you'd see. Dude, you might be right. I don't know.
Here's the thing. Like, we'll never know. And I personally don't give a shit because, it's pretty. I think it's pretty wild. If it is true, multiple rock stars bang this woman.
Yeah, I mean, dude, she was on Penthouse too. I mean,
yeah,
you spread lips on Penthouse, dude.
Right. So pull that up.
No, I mean,
no, it's just interesting. Like,
that would so be something Dali would do. That's what it is.
Any of those scenarios would be plausible to me.
Yeah.
I guess that's my point. Like,
Yeah.
if they did the whole thing, because her face was kind of had manly features.
Yeah.
But she's still gorgeous.
Yeah.
So if Dali, and rumors were about, like, I could see each scenario. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So, anyways, he falls in love with this woman. Again, not having sex with her ever. She just becomes part of the team.
Meanwhile,
part of the squad. Dude.
Meanwhile, he's married to Gala still.
Yeah, and he's like, fuck.
And then also, he's been like separate from Gala at this point. And they're like
rocks.
I mean, by logistically, they're far apart at this moment. And he meets Amanda Lear, and then
he's like,
and then his fucking Gala calls him up one day. He's like, "Hey, I'm coming home in like 3 hours," and he was like, "Shit," and he just basically like tells Amanda Lear
his mustache whiskers just started going crazy.
He just tells her, he's like, "Hey, by the way, my wife is coming."
And she's
home.
like,
and she's like, "You're what? You're what?" So
she's like, "You're what?"
Yeah, dude.
No.
But where was this?
And he introduces her, and
yeah, just part of the team, dude.
They fucking hit it off, man. She's like sick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you're part of the machine now. Like, you go to the events instead of me.
That's right.
I'm just gonna focus on like finding boy toys to bang and like running the business in the back end.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, she becomes his like face, the girlfriend, in public, basically.
Yeah.
And then obviously, fucking Mick Jagger on the weekends.
Yeah, dude. And then at this point too, like, he just knows he's just the most famous guy on the planet. Like, we're nearing his back nine here, really. And Amanda Lear and Gala would just kind of talk about how Dali would just, like, he just kind of wander around. he would invite strangers into his home, like just like a house full of people he didn't know. Just going full blown, strung out Jesse Pinkman after being forced to kill Gail Bedecker, like just a house full of fucking
While
junkies.
he's just playing, fucking what's the racing?
Playing
game?
Area 51, dude.
Yeah, he's playing Area 51 on a fucking the full actual arcade thing that he's bought, and then
dude.
also he's playing Forza in the corner on like a 13-inch TV, dude. He's just like, it is HD.
Yeah, and they're like, they'd be like, "Do you know any of these people?" He's like, "No message. I don't know." He just has no idea of these people. Like he's just the beginning stages of like he's always never had it together, but now it's just like, he really might be fucking losing it here.
Yeah, in the early 70s, you started talking about kind of their distance is when, she comes to him and she goes like, "Hey, you've always promised me like a home.
Right.
All we have is this small like cabin in Spain. Like,
right.
I want the magnificent home you've always promised me." So he buys her a castle.
Yeah.
And then she just was like, "Thanks, dude. Peace."
Yeah.
And just goes there and
Yeah.
just their partnership kind of splinters.
Yeah. Dude, and again, for where his state of mind was here, like, dude, Banksy wishes he could care less as little as fucking Dali cares.
Or even had any inclination to not care.
Yeah, dude.
Dali was trying to grasp reality.
At this,
he was like,
yeah.
"Fuck, mate.
At this,
I gotta go.
at this
Finish
point,
the stencil for me, mate."
at this point in the 70s, also there's a ton of fucking fake Dali knockoffs going around, and just, dude, Dali at this point doesn't give a fuck so much that like he's spilling his like where he puts his paintbrushes to clean off his paintbrushes from watercolors, and just like, "Oh, that looks pretty good." Sell it for $40K.
Yeah.
Like that's just how he was making money. He'd just like make an accident. Fucking on the Dick Cavett show, Cavett's like
talking absolute fucking nonsense.
Yeah. At the end of the interview, Cavett's like, "Hey, do you mind? I've never done this live on television, but I would like to get a autograph from you." So he pulls out this fucking 30 by 24-inch notebook thing and has him sign, and he just smacks the paper around, and then he draws a little crown, and he's like, "It's my signature." Like that's it right there.
He's like me signing a check, dude. Just scribbles and then, of course. No, dude.
So and like you said, she was. He builds. At this time, he builds his museum in '74. He builds his own museum
in Spain.
In Spain, right.
It's kind of his home base now, also.
Right. It'd get 1 million visitors a year. He fucking still loved the attention from that. But yeah, like you had mentioned, Gala then is like she's just tired of that shit, and she kind of just after she got her castle, she kind of just all right. Well,
he's in his 60s, she's in her 70s, and she's still banging like 20-year-old dudes.
Yeah, who are like
she is on the hunt constantly.
She's banging the dudes who wear scarves in the summer today,
and she's dude. Some of the quotes about like people were afraid of this woman. Like, we didn't really stress this earlier, but like, the whole reason she could manage his career is just like she was like not only well known as like somebody in the scene, but she was like feared.
Yeah,
she would come in the room and everybody would stop.
Yes,
and she would hit people.
Yeah,
she'd spit
she'd
on
bite people.
Yeah, dude. Like,
it was fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, man.
Just exactly what
fucking Ruskies, dude.
Yeah, dude. And then this is kind of when he starts, past 74.
He develops Parkinson's.
Getting into the 80s, he develops Parkinson's. His right hand it starts shaking real bad.
We're talking Michael J. Fox level. Dude.
Yeah, dude. He's got a
We're
new
talking
movie coming out.
Cocaine for Larry David.
Did you shake
Mr. Fox, did you shake the can?
Let's see here, man. Yeah, and then like the only times that they would get together, like Dali would only ever go to the castle that he had for Gala
If
she
gave him
formally
written
wrote an invitation.
which is, it's like, you're my wife, dude.
Yeah, and then
I fucking bought this place, dude. I'll burn it
But
down
he
if
was,
I want.
dude, he was such a cuck, dude. He was
out of his
such a
fucking
cuck.
mind, dude.
Dude, he just really was. And anytime, any photo of them past this point where like he's in his 70s and she's in their 80s, they look like a fucking Wes Anderson fucking movie poster. Like they just look like fucking Looney Tunes because they're just dressed over the top.
It's the Steve Zissou poster, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's fucking insane. And then obviously into the 80s, the Parkinson's, he starts having heart problems. Fucking what's her name? Gala dies in 82, and again, it's just a tremendous blow.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
We forgot about Alice Cooper, dude. So, just real quick.
We were serious that he was a massive Alice Cooper.
Back to the 70s. In the early 70s, he discovered Alice Cooper, and he's like, I like. Like, he fucking loved Alice Cooper, dude. Just the whole stage show and everything. Like,
Yeah.
he got it.
He was drawn to that
He
entertainment.
probably didn't even like the music. He just loved the stage show.
Yeah.
And he had Alice, model for him in like weird, like 3D, like rotoscope shit, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever you call it. In the
He said it
70s,
would that day that they filmed that it took like 3 days, and you're like,
You're like,
I feel
for
like that
that?
would only take.
Looks like a fucking bullshit album cover, dude. Like, but again, if it's 1973, if you actually saw like I'm sure the presentation in person,
Yeah.
the exhibit, it probably looked cool as fuck.
Right.
You know.
Right. That's true.
It's like a 3D crystallized version of Alice
Yes.
Cooper, kind of moving, and like you could walk around. Yeah,
I think he saw the album cover for Pink Floyd, and he was like, I want to make
Dark Side of the Moon, best-selling album of all time.
I want to make real this cover.
Amazon 264 weeks in a row. Top 10.
Yeah. So yeah, 82. Gala dies. 89 is when our guy calls it a fucking life. He has heart failure. Also, he died in 89.
Oh, by the way, his did you say his wife died?
In 82, yeah.
Yeah. So when his wife died, Amanda Lear went to see him, and
Fucked his brains out.
no, opposite. He said, "Okay, I'll meet with you, but we can't turn the lights on in the room.
Yeah.
I don't want you to see me like this."
Yeah, yeah.
His physical state had deteriorated, and he wasn't,
Yep.
looking as snazzy as he was anymore. His hair was gray. He fucking had Parkinson's. He was old as fuck.
Yeah.
He was in his 70s, and he just,
He was doing that to everybody. He was saying he didn't want them to see him.
And that's kind of just how it went for the rest of his life. He just lived in seclusion
Yeah.
in this fucking hall of mirrors, which was his fucking museum, dude.
Yeah.
Just being adored by far, while surrounded by all of his works, dude. Like,
Yeah.
very bizarre shit. Something else we missed. When Alice Cooper first met him, he was wearing giraffe skin pants, a giraffe skin jacket, and like purple velvet socks. Like, yeah, it's just bizarre. I just wanted to add that detail.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean,
His favorite word was Connecticut. Salvador Dali's favorite word was Connecticut.
yeah, dude. Just a wild, wild life of this man. He
Yeah.
was a vain fucking prick. I mean, like you said, at the end, his declining health, he didn't want anybody to see him. But when he died in '89, which makes me realize how fucking old I am, he was buried at the center of his museum.
He's buried in a crypt in his museum.
Yeah, and people just walk, they literally walk on him. And it's in the center. I mean, he's still an attention whore in his death. He's just... Yeah. Can you imagine what his wishes are in that fucking coffin? Like what he's buried.
I want to live forever.
If he's probably buried, he's probably buried standing upright. You know what I mean?
He probably had an orgy and then was just
yeah.
It was actually like this is really dark. It was like King Tut shit. It was like, okay, so I'm in a two-way mirror, which is my tomb.
Yeah.
And you guys are gonna poison gas me while this is happening.
Oh
but I'm gonna be stuck in this state. All right. So there's an orgy going on. He's like, sick, dude. These are all my cool friends that I invited. All right, dude. Now just start drowning everybody in water. And then just water pours in and everybody drowns.
Jesus Christ.
Would that not be something he would do?
I thought it was about...
All
I thought
right,
you were
cut that out.
I thought you were about to be like, dude, all right, so he gets buried, but he gets buried standing. And then you can just see his eyes. And then in the room next door is just a fuck room for politicians. Like an Epstein Island type fucking...
Well, that's... I like the drowning thing better than Epstein. But yeah, so he died and he's rest. So just a couple things we missed here. A couple of his stunts over the years. Just a couple things I want to read here. So the famous thing, he borrowed a friend's white Rolls Royce Phantom and filled it with cauliflower. And then drove it to the Sorbonne in Paris, and then just was like, "What up, dude?" And then gave a lecture, you know what I mean? Like, all right. So another time he gave a lecture. Once he donned a deep sea diving suit before giving a lecture. Like the old timey deep sea diving.
Yeah.
The helmet was soundproof, so nobody could hear him.
And he was fucking suffocating.
Dali began to thrash about, flailing his arms soundlessly.
And people were like, oh!
The audience roared with laughter, thinking it was a part of his act. But he was suffocating inside the helmet. It was only not until he almost fainted that he was rescued. Accused of going too far, Dali would often reply, "It's the only place I ever want to go."
That's nice.
Fucking cuck. Okay, you mentioned the Lindbergh baby thing.
Yeah.
Okay. When he discovered that his Bonwit Teller window display in Manhattan had been rearranged. So he obviously designed some sort of art piece or advertisement display in a window for a store in Manhattan, and they rearranged it. He became so enraged that he hurled a bathtub through the plate glass window and it crashed inside the store. Awesome.